2. 2 in numbers. No, 2 in numbers. No 2. That is followed by our Shankaracharya. Now, Advaitam, second definition. No second. Now, second is not numbers. The word second refers to rank. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. It refers to the rank, the position, not numbers. No 2 is defined that way by Ramanujacharya. Third, no 2, Advaitam. The third definition of Advaitam is, first we saw no 2, second we saw no second, and the third is not equal. Advaita means not equal. Dvaita means equal. The moment I say not equal, then I and Lokesh Ji not equal. Then we have Advaitic relationship. When I say Kathima and Sarama not equal, yes, they are not equal in many ways. Advaitic relationship. These words are all derived from the etymology of Sanskrit. These meanings are all derived from the etymology of Sanskrit, Advaitam, and the third definition, not equal, followed by Madhvacharya. So all the three commentators follow the same Advaitam only. But their exposition, how they present their cases based on the various philosophical pramanas or scriptures, plus also our practical application, how they merge together, that differs profoundly based on three schools. And that we need, these things are like life painstaking, and it takes long time to understand. So now let us focus on the first school, that is Shankaracharya school. Now Totapuri is in Dakshineshwar. He has arrived Dakshineshwar. And he visited Kali temple there. And he observed what is going on in the Kali temple. He was a nude sadhu. He doesn't have, is a nude sadhu, and he has a matted hair which covers his nakedness. And he came there, and he used to be in private. He won't go in the when people are more. So he always keeps himself secluded. So he came with his full realization of the Shankaracharya school of Vedantic knowledge, that is, Brahman is exactly Jivatma. So he did not realize that Divine Mother had brought him there in order to get fulfillment in his understanding. He did not know that. So that will be revealed. The Divine Mother is going to teach Totapuri through Sri Ramakrishna. That we will be seeing. So Totapuri noticed Sri Ramakrishna, and he was astonished to see such a qualified aspirant already available. And because Sri Ramakrishna had all qualities to be an ideal student of that, any school for that matter, any guru for that matter. Even an Islamic guru understands Sri Ramakrishna as his faithful disciple, qualified disciple, not a faithful. He has got all qualification to be a disciple. So Totapuri saw that Ramakrishna had all qualities to be a receptacle to receive the Vedantic experience. The Advaitic Vedantic. We have sadhana, chatushtaya, we have discussed all these things in our previous class. So the Shankaracharya has some eligibility. He has written eligibility for the Vedantic student. So those eligibilities he saw incomplete in Sri Ramakrishna. So as usual, Sri Ramakrishna, he approached Sri Ramakrishna, I will teach you Vedanta. You be my student. Immediately Ramakrishna said, let me get my consent from my mother. Like a child. So he ran to the mother Kali. And Gotapuri was watching. He thought that he is going to go and get permission from his material mother, who is Chandramani Devi. Like, when we ask a child, will you come with me? Then immediately the child says, oh, let me ask my parents. So the child runs. So Gotapuri was a bit taken back. And he felt he's such a qualified aspirant. He has got all qualities to be a Vedantic aspirant, and still he has got attachment like I will go and ask my mother. What is it? But Ramakrishna went to meet Kali and ask whether should I take the instruction from this person. Please note here, Sri Ramakrishna has already seen Kali. Nothing that is going to get from any instruction more from Totapuri. He has already seen Kali. The Kali has revealed, the Brahman has revealed herself to Sri Ramakrishna. He has attained all the fulfillment of a spiritual aspirant could attain. He has already reached that Nirvikalpa Samadhi. He has attained everything through the Kali's darshan. This meeting of Totapuri is happening after that. He is not going to know Brahman before that. He is not going to know Brahman after meeting Totapuri. He has already known Brahman. This time, this entire incident is for Totapuri, not for Sri Ramakrishna. This is where we should understand this. Sri Ramakrishna is just trying to be an obedient student first. Then he will change the position. To earn the faith and shraddha of a faithful master. Otherwise, who will listen? First, I should be an obedient person to you first. Then the servant become the leader. The best servant can become a best leader. So exactly Sri Ramakrishna followed that. So let me learn Vedanta from you first. And then I will become the teacher, not with the intention to become teacher, but he is going to excel Totapuri in every way. That we will see as we go forward. So Totapuri was watching all these things, that he is rushing towards Kali temple and asking some permission from a stone. Then he said, these are all ignorance. This is a superstition. Why he is going and asking a stone? This is not acceptable at all in Shankaracharya's Vedanta or his way of realization. So let us now see what Shankaracharya's Vedanta is in brief. So I have prepared some 8 slides. It's going to be a very brief slide. It is very breathtaking, and in fact, it's a lifelong effort to understand one school of philosophy itself. So if we want to follow one particular school, this one life is not enough. And to understand the Vedanta schools, we need lots of information as background. We need to know logics. We need to know the other schools of philosophies, that is especially in Hindu philosophy. And then we need to know exactly what Shankaracharya is trying to say. And Shankara was born somewhere in 9th century or 8th century. And at that time, what the world was, all these things we need to take into consideration. The intention here is not to pinpoint, what is untenable in Shankaracharya's philosophy. Not that Sri Ramakrishna is trying to amend the philosophy. What Ramakrishna is trying to do is trying to give us the easiest path. He is giving us, he's making all efforts. He did all efforts of realizing every religion and every path to give us a suggestion which is best for us on today's life. That is what Sri Ramakrishna is trying to do at the end of the meeting of Totapuri. Not to put anybody down or try to say that these are untenable or anything like that. We have got no eligibility to pinpoint on anybody's philosophy because they were all incarnations. We can just only bow down and take what is good for us and try to proceed further. What is suitable for us, we need to do that. So that we need to keep that in mind. So Sri Ramakrishna did lots of efforts, lots of research. His whole life is like a research organization. And he is going to extract the best and easiest path for us to give to us at the end. So let us now go through in brief. So I am not I have not animated or make like if you go to our usual YouTube, you will find many informations. I have not made it attractive, so kindly pardon me on that. So we will step into this, and it is only a basic information. We need to study the Vedanta Sutras, that is Vedanta aphorisms, the commentary of Shankaracharya to really understand what he is trying to say. That is very important. This is only a brief. I might be wrong, or my information might be off, because some people are watching this presentation and they might think, oh, this Swami is trying to giving us incomplete information, all this. Well, I may or may not be, because all informations are always incomplete only. So this is, with this mind, I'm going to, with this disclaimer, I'm going to start the Shankaracharya's philosophy in brief. That is Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankar. This is the invocation stotra of Shankaracharya. By saluting him, I am trying to enter the this philosophical, his exposition in brief. So the first, we have concepts called Brahman, consciousness, or isness. You can call it either way. Now we need to know what is the nature of Brahman according to Shankaracharya. Please remember his famous words, Jagan Mithya, Brahma Satya. That is, Brahman alone is real and universe is illusion. That is that you should not live from Shankaracharya when you study that. That is the basic thing he he talks. And the second word is individual soul is Brahman. That is another important statement by Shankaracharya. We should not deviate from these two statements. That is, Brahman alone is real and the universe is illusion, and individual soul is Brahman. That is very important. Now, let us understand the true nature of Brahman. You can call it as Brahman, consciousness in modern day-to-day life, and isness is Brahman. It is an abstract entity. What is that? The important features are no division. It is not divisible. Please understand, when we say that Brahman is both with form and without form, the division comes. When you say that Brahman is characters and with characters and without character, division will come. So division will come if it is two exact opposites, like white and black. That is why I told you that you should not divide it in the way of exact opposition. We have to harmonize it through protection and annihilation. When you say he is protecting the good and annihilating the bad, then there is no division there. That is very important. So the Brahman's true nature, no division allowed by any of the Vedanta schools. That is very important. Whether it is Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, or the Madhvacharya, no division. No, I am part of Brahman is not allowed there. Like a slice from the loaf. That is not allowed. Second, no imperfection. We have imperfection. That is why we are now studying Vedanta. We want to become perfect. Such thing doesn't exist there. And no twofold, as I said, all these twofold characteristics. No work. Brahman doesn't do any work. I do work to fulfill my desires. I want to eat, I need to cook. I want to go to temple, I need to drive the car or catch a bus. That doesn't exist. No attributes. Brahman has got complete no attributes. It's just an abstract entity. Third, it's homogeneous. The homogeneous is also not a correct word there. It is just one homogeneity. And no any kind of difference there. Now, the last one is they have declared eternally, always liberated. In Sanskrit, we say Nitya Shuddha Mukta. It is eternal. Please note this, eternally, always liberated. Not that yesterday I was in bondage, tomorrow I am going to get liberated. But today I am studying the Vedanta. Such thing Brahman won't do. Now it is not an object of perception. I cannot see Brahman or understand the Brahman as you see me and I see you all. Okay, this is the first slide. Second, please go to the second slide. Please. This is third slide. Yeah. Now comes the duality. On the right hand side, you will see the Brahman. I have listed all the traits or natures what we discussed just now. On the left side, you see two components. One is matter. The second is the individual souls. Sorry, I have put both the same color. I should have changed in. There's two groups on the left side, the matter and individual souls. Now, matter is all changing. What is matter? 5 elements. I have put it in a modern way. SAFWE, S for space, A as in air, F as in fire, W as in water, and E as in earth. Our body is just a constitute of these, our material body. And all the matter, whatever you see, whatever we see, comes under the category of SAFWE. That is the matter. Matter is all the time changing. We cannot stop growing old. And the second category is individual souls. Brahman is also sentient. Individual souls are also sentient. Individual souls means we all, in each one of us, we have a soul, and we feel the knowledge is there. If somebody hits me, I say, I feel the pain. I am moving. That knowledge that I am feeling the pain, that comes from the soul. That is Jivatma. Jivatma is suffering. I say, I'm suffering. I have a stomach ache. I have a headache. I have just got my surgery done. I am fine now. All these knowledge, way of communication, this all comes through knowledge. Of course, those knowledge comes with our conjunction with this matter. So, individual souls are, what are the features of the individual souls? It is concealed by ignorance. That is why we feel pain, suffering. We say, I am the body, I am the mind. We all have these beliefs, and then we try to get rid of this through study of Vedanta. So, individual souls. So, there is a changes happening in the contraction and expansion of knowledge through all these conjunctions. We say, I'm happy, I'm suffering, all these. Birth and death, I am born, I am dying, somebody dead, somebody was born, all these, the bondage and liberation. Sorry, those brackets are not completely done. Actually, it was amended later by I don't have words, so I did in Libra software. So later our Lokesh ji amended through the word, which is higher version. So now please look at the contrast. One side, Brahman is not attached to any of these two categories. It's absolutely opposite. The first is the matter, individual souls on one side, and the other side, opposite side, we have Brahman with all these categories, only reality, no attributes, no parts, no action, opposite to matter and individual souls, direct opposite. And no differences of any sort, and homogeneous. Please go to the next slide. Now, what is the relationship? One side Brahman, other side matter and we. We means includes, again, when I say we is a pronoun, it includes all living beings, plants, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, and human kingdom. We includes that. So what is the relationship? Upanishad says Brahman is both material and the efficient cause, and its effect is universe. Like gold, a gold biscuit, when it is melted, and a goldsmith melts and make a hara, that is a gold chain, that is the effect. Now the gold has become the gold chain. Now this is a direct connection, gold and the gold chain. So like that, he is saying Brahman is universe, but they are absolutely opposite to each other. We don't get, when we melt gold biscuit, we don't get plastic chain. Do we get? We get only gold chain. Plastic and gold are opposite to each other. We don't get a chain made of iron. We get a gold chain instead. But I have given all the pramanams. Pramanams means proofs, where all Shankaracharya is trying to put his arguments and all this. Now, Brahman is universe means the Brahman is material cause and the instrumental cause means the Brahman, whatever the features in Brahman should be exactly be on the universe. Because that is how we see from gold, we get gold chain only. But Brahman and universe are absolutely opposite, just now we saw. So this is the argument raised by the other school of philosophies. Now Vedantin says, not necessarily. Not the cause and effect should be exactly same, not necessary. Example, we see from cow dung, a scorpion is born. And we get hairs and nails from our body. We cut the nails, we cut the hairs. We are happy with that. Can I say, Kathy, I will cut your fingers, will you be happy? No. Why? We can say, for your body, your fingers is body, and your hairs is body too. So, and also from a seed, we get a huge banyan tree or a mango tree. And within that tree, how many differences are there? Bark is not the branch is not the leaves are not the fruits. You see, but all these things have come from one seed. So not necessarily that the cause and effect should be exactly same. So all these arguments are discussed in our Brahma Sutra, the Vedanta Sutra, in second section, first quarter. All these arguments are discussed because I don't know how many people are watching this. Immediately they might raise questions and catch my neck. Where did you find all these things? So I'm giving with all proofs. Please go to the third. So now how to solve this? So one side, Brahman is eternally liberated. And it has no difference. And one only. And never changing. For a gold biscuit to become a gold chain, there is a process. Something is changing. To melt a gold, you need a fire. Fire is not same as gold. You need a goldsmith to do the work. You need all accessories to do this gold chain. So how to account all these things? So one side, Brahman is eternally liberated and no difference, no change, one only. Then how can there be effect? And the effect is what? Individual soul and the matter which is called as universe. But the universe is all the time concealed by ignorance and undergoing births and deaths. Matter is eternally changing all the time. And how to reconcile this? Shankaracharya says, declare that Brahman alone is real and the universe is unreal, which is called superimposed. This unreality is superimposed on Brahman, and that superimposition is also unreal, and it is called as ignorance, limiting adjunct, niscience, concealment, superimposition, and dreaming. Like we go to dream, we go to sleep, and then while we are on the bed, I'm sleeping, then I get dreams like 100,000 people I see in my dream. And all these people, when I wake up, it vanishes. They are not real there. It's only an appearance there. So declare this entire universe, whatever we are now, you, me, this table, chair, all these things is just like an appearance which doesn't exist. Brahman is existing. Brahman is existing. Because the Brahman is there. He is. We have already told, is eternal, liberated, and he doesn't change, is there. Brahman is, I can't even say as a he or she or it, no pronouns there. It's an abstract entity. So Shankaracharya clearly says that Brahman is the one, non-duality. He has to maintain that non-duality, one only, no two means one only. So he has put the entire universe is an appearance of superimposition. And that is called as this one. Now let us go to the next slide. What is this superimposition? What do we mean by this fake ignorance? What do we mean by fake niscience? So Shankaracharya gives a beautiful example like a fake snake seen on a rope. There is a rope, and on the same place, same time, you see a fake snake on that. Does the fake snake exist there? It doesn't exist. It is not going to hurt you. It is not going to kill you. It is not going to scare you. You means us, all of us. Then we are all like a fake snake. The entire universe, whatever we see, stars, constellation, we human beings, plants, everything, whatever we see is just like a fake snake. What is that fake snake? Nothing assumed as something. What is that? Nothing assumed as something. By who? Brahman itself. Because that's the only entity. Now, how to understand nothing assumed as something? How to understand that? Let us understand it practically. How to understand this? Now, I'll tell you an anecdote. Sarah Ma is traveling from Seattle to Portland by train. We have our station, Portland Union Station. She calls from Vancouver. Hey, Kathy, I've got lots of luggages with me. Please do come and receive me. Help me to get to my home. I've got some 6 bags with me. So please do come. Kathy is her best friend. Kathy immediately rushes to our Portland Union Station, awaiting eagerly to receive Sarah Ma. Sarah Ma arrives in station with 6 luggages, heavy luggages. Now Kathy goes, greets her, all the usual hugs and greetings and things. And then Sarah Ma asks, Kathy, please do carry some of my luggages to the car. Then Kathy asks, what will you give me if I carry? Then Sarah replies, I will give you nothing. So just a common, casual, cordial conversation. Then Kathy says, all right. So she carries some 4 bags, and she carries 2, and all loaded in the car. Now Kathy asks Sarah, now I carried your luggages. You said if I carry my luggage, you'll give me nothing. Please give me that nothing. As a consideration. Please give me nothing. Because you told me that I will give you nothing. I did my duty sincerely of carrying your luggage, and you promised me that you'll give me nothing. So you please give me that nothing. It's a demand of Kathy Pratkin. So Kathy Ma is correct. Now Sarah says, how can I give you nothing? Then Kathy said, no, you must give me nothing. You promised me that you gave me nothing, so you better give me nothing. Now Kathy is one of her best relative is our Portland judge. Now Kathy says to Sarah, I'm going to sue you for this act of cheating me and denying to give me nothing. So let us go to the court and settle this matter. So they go to our Portland High Court or Supreme Court, and the judge hears the case. Then judge said, it will be a mere waste of time to argue here. So you please come to my chamber, I will settle this matter. So both Kathy and Sarah accompanies the judge to her or his chamber. In chamber, what happens? Then the judge says, hey Kathy, you see, Sarah has given me what you asked before. So you please go to my office, and there is a file on the table. Please lift that file. Lift the file. You will find an envelope. Please bring that envelope here, and I will settle the matter. So your answer is in that envelope. Please bring that envelope. Then Kathy obeys the judge, and she goes to the judge's office on the table, and she lifts the file, and she comes back and says to the judge, I didn't, there is no envelope, I found nothing there. Then judge says to Kathy, oh, you found nothing. You please take that nothing and go. You found nothing there. That is what you are asking from Sarah, that you want nothing from her. So you found that nothing under this file. You please take that nothing and go, and this case is dismissed. So this is what you call as nothing assumed as something. See, the package of nothing is, see how they have packaged this as something, and took it to the court, and they discussed with all arguments, and then at last what happens? Actually, there is nothing there. So this nothing assumed as something, what is the contents of this nothing assumed as something? Please read the list there. Contents of Niscience. Niscience is nothing assumed as something, and all the dualities, God and goddesses, matter, all living beings, individual souls, Jivatma, plants, animals, human beings, and I, he, she, we, you, ours, all pronouns, and the knower, knowing, known process, waking, dreaming, deep sleep, all scriptures and study, time, space, and causation, and perception, inference, and all means of knowledge is packaged as nothing assumed as something. So it is time up now. We will stop and we'll continue in the next class. Mangalam Desikendraya Yaminam Chakravartine Parashakti Swarupine Devyai Madre Mangalam. May all be happy. May all be blissful. May all see what is auspicious. May no one suffer. Peace, peace, peace. Who will do the arati? Can I arati? No. Perfect can do. Can do arati? Yeah. So, now he is big boy. You start? We're getting the key right now for the arati. Okay. Did you understand anything? No.
What? Kind of. What did you understand?
You understand all the stories, right?
happened with her? One day.
What is your costume there? You can wear it from this.
You put your costume on Krishna Jayanti. Okay, you dress like Krishna and come. Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Nam Gaho Re. Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Nam. Aiye Subhadina Miliye Bhakta Jana. Aiye Subhadina Miliye Bhakta Jana. Gaho Gaho Rama Krishna Nam Gaho Re. Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Nam Gaho Re. Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Nam. Rama Krishna Name Rama Krishna Preme. Rama Krishna Name Rama Krishna Preme. Madhya Mutaka Nam Gaho Re. Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Nam Gaho Re. Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Nam. Hari Te Bhupa Premahata. Hari Te Bhupa Premahata. Prabhu Rama Krishna Gunadam Gaho Re. Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Nam Gaho Re. Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Nam. Jai Rama Jai Krishna Vishwa Guru Rama Krishna. Jai Rama Jai Krishna Vishwa Guru Rama Krishna. Ekadare Chama Shiva Sham Gaho Re. Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Nam Gaho Re. Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Nam Gaho Re. Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Nam. Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Ji Ki Jai. Jai Shri Mahamai Ki Jai. Jai Shri Swami Maharaj Ji Ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Durga Mai Ki Jai. Yeah, you get it from
Outer is